Hello, everybody. Reggie Time here, and in just a moment, I'm going to be joined by popular Sky Poker streamer Ryan Waller02 to discuss some of our Cheltenham fancies for today. We're doing a friendly £10 side bet on who can get the most winners through the week. So we're both going to be giving our selections for each race. And seeing who does the best by the end of the week. We're 2-2 after day one. There was some drama yesterday because I said on this channel I was opposing Honeysuckle, but for the purposes of our bet, I actually put Honeysuckle in it because I thought Honeysuckle was the most likely winner. I just didn't think she was necessarily a good bet at the price. Turns out I was wrong. But yeah, there's a minor bit of controversy, but he is a big drama queen. And we hired a independent adjudicator, and he's rightly sided with me. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Ryan's going to join us in a moment. I've done a short list of the horses that I think, are probably most likely to be in there fighting at the finish. Ryan's going to give me his selections, and we'll probably just have a general chat about it. If the video gets more than 70 views inside 2 days, I'd be amazed. Don't really give a fuck though, because I love Cheltenham, I love Mr. Waller, and I love discussing racing. So if you lads and lasses don't love it, then fuck you. Couldn't give a shit. Anyways, we'll be back with Ryan in just a moment. Here we go. Ryan's with us now, and we'll look at the first race. Ryan was about to tell me what he's going for until I asked him to stop a minute. So you go first, buddy. We'll take it in turns each race, so there's no tactical advantage from. Like if I say, "Oh, I'm not going with Sir Gerhard," then you can say, "Right, I'm putting odds on favourite in for our bet." So we'll take it in turns. You can do the first one as you're keen to get going, and we'll do it like a race about in terms of who gives their choice for our side bet first.
Okay then, mate. So I'm giving my pick for our side bet first, and
Yeah. So you tell me what you think about this race, and then I'll
okay,
tell you what I think, and then we'll move on to the next one, kind of thing.
yeah. Well, you're not going to be surprised with who my pick is here.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm going with the favourite. I mean, Reg knows I'm a favourite backer, and I just I do mug bets. I'm putting Sir Gerhard in on a treble. So, but having said this, so it's Sir Gerhard is my pick for the side bet. But having said this, I think the big danger is Journey with Me.
Oh, the second favourite.
Yeah.
Hell, you put a lot of thought into that, haven't you?
I was looking last night, mate, and Journey with Me was 8-1, and I've looked this morning, and you can get it. It's as short as 5-1 now. So I think Sir Gerhard will win. I mean, he does make errors. He made quite a few errors in his last race, and obviously at Cheltenham against these horses, you're not going to get away with it as much.
And there's three more hurdles to jump to. So if his jumping is a problem, it's three more. I mean, go on, mate. Sorry, you finish because I've got some thoughts on this.
I think it'll win. I think Journey with Me is a big danger. I can't see any of the English or British horses having much of a chance really. Maybe Stage Star, if anyone, but I think this is going to be won by the Irish. So yeah, they're my thoughts.
They're yours, right? Well, my thoughts on Sir Gerhard are, first of all, I'm not sure how good his fucking form is. He's got like his main form that bigged him up was his bumper form with Kilcrew, and Kilcrew hasn't exactly set the world on fire this year. Sir Gerhard, although it's won twice, hasn't set the world on fire with its jumping. I think it's maybe slightly overrated. I think I'm not sure it should be odds on to win a championship race. I think its jumping's been pretty shit and don't know what it's beat. And the main standout form it's got is it's 2 runs against Kilcrook last year. I think it was Cheltenham and Punchestown, and Kilcrook's come out this year and just been bang average compared to top Grade 1 novices. So I think Sir Gerhard maybe is a little bit overrated. Stage Star, I did like that at first, but I was watching a preview last night, and there's been 18 winners of its last race. I think it was a Challow Hurdle at Newbury that have come to this race, and not fucking one of them have won. And I'm a big man on trends and stats. And also, Nichols just does shit at Cheltenham, which is something I'm going to touch on again later. I mean, for our bet, for our side bet, it would be stupid for me not to put Sir Gerhard in. But I'm a stupid man. And I'm going to put I Am Maximus in instead. I think
you are.
I am. Yes, I am. Well, Henderson's horses as laughably as I said he might be out of form yesterday,
Mm,
they weren't. They just, I mean, Constitution Hill was remarkably impressive.
yeah,
John
yeah,
Bon, we don't know if it would have been Dysart Dynamite in second place. We don't know if it would or it wouldn't. But I mean, it ran second. Marie's Rock, beat all the Irish in
yeah,
the mares when basically the Irish owned the mares hurdle. They should have had like the first 6 home or whatever, and Marie's
yeah,
Rock come and chinned them all, which pissed me off because I was on the fucking second place horse. And I am Maximus. It's
yeah,
got like reasonable form. I mean, this form against Hillcrest, it's got, I think, could look decent come Friday. I think Hillcrest might win the race on Friday. Then it
yeah,
might, that form against My Drogo, almost 2 years ago now, 18 months ago. My Drogo was meant to be something decent, but hasn't really come on. But I just don't think there's anything to crab its form with, really. Uh, Henderson's clearly got his fucking best horses running well again. And I think
yeah,
each way it's a great bet. I think
yeah.
it'll,
16 to 1, is it?
yeah, 16.
Oh,
Well, it says 14 there, but you probably get
yeah,
16 somewhere. I think,
yeah,
as in terms of like, is it the most likely winner? Of course not. It's a fucking big outsider. But in terms of betting on this race,
yeah,
you'd make more money having the 5 each way and I'm Maximus if it placed than you would by having
yeah.
a tenner on Sir Gerhard to win.
Oh,
So,
yeah, for sure.
so
Yeah,
for me, I'm gonna, I don't, I'm not saying Sir Gerhard won't win, but I think
mm,
he's a little bit overhyped, to be honest with you, on what he's actually achieved on the fucking track.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I just don't want him at odds on. So yeah, I'm gonna probably concede the first race to you in our bet, but if the rule is we've got to put the horses in that we're actually betting on,
Well,
um,
we don't, Reg. I thought we arranged this yesterday. You can pick the horse you think's going to win for the side bet. It doesn't matter what you back. Because I agree with you. I think your Iron Maximus bet is a far more sensible bet than me sticking Sir Gerhard into a treble. So I think your bet is a far better bet. But you could, by all means, you can say what you're going to back, and then you can give your pick for the side bet. So
no, I'm
if
going to
you,
stick with it. It's a tenner, mate. And
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
give a fuck if I
yeah,
lose it. I literally couldn't care
yeah,
less.
yeah.
So I'm
It's a
just
bit
going
of
to
fun.
go with,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm just going to go with I am Maximus.
yeah,
Yeah, and then just hope. I mean, I don't see because I know you put £50 doubles and trebles and shit on. So for the sake of how much I'm going to win, I kind of hope Sir Gerhard wins for you because I don't want you fucking crying after the first
That,
race.
you know
Um,
me. My bets are pure mug bets, mate. I never win at
Oh
Cheltenham
yeah,
because I'm just a terrible
and
punter.
mine are really refined and well thought out, aren't they? We're all fucking mugs, mate. That's why we work for a
Yeah,
living.
yeah,
That's why we work
but
for a living. We just have different ways.
yeah,
My dad was a big favourite backer,
yeah,
and I back a favourite if I think it's still reasonable value. I just think Sir Gerhard shouldn't be odds on. I think it's more to do with
I agree.
reputation
I agree.
than what he's actually achieved. So that's
Yeah,
the first race all done and dusted. Let's move on to the next one, and I think this race probably is going to be down to the British, I would imagine. I
yeah,
don't like any of the Irish in this race. And it's my turn to go first, isn't it?
yes,
So
mate. Okay, yeah,
um, I think there's like doubts over all 3 of these for different reasons. I think Brave Man's Game, I've loved that all fucking year. But every single preview I've fucking watched, they've all been keen to fucking say it can't win, it can't win, it can't win. Won't like the track, and they likes flat tracks. They think it's going to win things like um, maybe the Betfair Chase, maybe the Racing Post Chase on the flat tracks like Haydock and Kempton, but they don't seem to think it can win round here. So I don't fucking know. They all know more than me. So when this was going to be one of my strongest fans of the week, but I haven't heard anyone fucking tipping it. They're all just crabbing the fuck out of it, and a lot of them are putting up long press, which I agree with. We discussed it in Discord after its last race at Sandown, saying how fucking impressive it was. But Venetia Williams' horses haven't been running that well, and they tend to like softer ground. I'm not saying this one's one of them, but most of Venetia Williams' horses, she seems to buy sorts that like softer ground. Unless it pisses down, it's not going to get soft ground because it was fucking lightning quick yesterday. In national hunt terms, anyway, it wasn't like fast ground, but I mean, they were setting course records all over the fucking joint. And then you got a horse Senor who I really like, but it jumps right-handed, which you probably can't do at Cheltenham, in
no,
a championship
no,
race. So honestly, mate, this one I don't know. I'm probably just because of the previews I've watched, I'm going to go away from Brave Man's Game and I'm going to put Long Press my um, as my selection for our bet. But if I continue watching through the day and someone says something to influence me about Brave Man's Game, I might end up backing that. I think I'm going to put Long Pressing because that's the one that I think now I'm probably likely to bet on. But I won't take much persuading to switch to Brave Man's Game if some of the pundits on TV later or Paul Nichols gives it a good talk about whatever. It won't take me much persuading to switch back to it, but there's no money for it. It's been likened to them, and it's got all them ones next to its name, and it's drifting like fuck. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
tells me it probably can't win. So
yeah,
yeah, I'm going with long press for that, I bet.
yeah. That's the concern with me as well. Because I put my bets on last night and had a proper look last night, and it's probably poor form putting your bets on uh, the night before. You're best off waiting till the day of the races. Because yeah, Brave Man's Game. It was 2-1 on Paddy Power last night, and it's 3-1 this morning.
And
Um,
that's a big drift, that isn't it? That's a
yeah,
big, big
yeah,
fucking drift.
it is, which is a concern. It is a concern, but it just jumps impeccably. It's unbeaten over fences. It jumps well, and that's I think. Well, I hope it'll win. That Brave Man's Game is my pick. I agree with you about the Irish. I don't think they've got much of a chance in this race. Perhaps maybe Capodanno, the Mullins horse has half a chance. I can't give many of the others much chance really. Um, I'm quite interested at Dusat. It's 20. Well, it was 25-1. It's got reasonable form. It's got 3 wins out of 4, and it is another Henderson horse.
Yeah.
But so that might be. I mean, what is it? Is it paying 3 places? It is paying 3 places. So that's 25-1. Even a fiver each way. That might be an each way bet. But yeah, it's
Now, my question with that would be, why is it 25-1? Because it's Henderson,
yeah,
the Bourneville. It's a popular combination
yeah,
with mug punters like us. It's got
yeah,
3 1s and a 3 next to its name,
yeah,
but it's 25-1. So that's what puts
yeah,
me off. It's like, but my dad always used to say, even though it's a favourite back, he's never let a price put you off, son.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
that's the only thing that's putting me off this horse in terms of like, why is it such a big price when everything looks good about it? Trainer jockey, it's got a lot of
yeah,
ones, but it's
yeah.
25-1 still. It's like, why
I mean
is that?
that would just be a pure sentimental bet because of the Henderson to Bourneville
Yeah, of course, yeah.
combination. I'm not having an each way bet on it, but I would if I was going to have an each way bet, that would be it. But yeah, I'm with you on this, Reg. I'm picking Brave Man's Game though, but I do think it's between the front
Yeah, and
two.
that's I wouldn't be surprised if I ended up sticking my tenner on Brave Man's Game. I wouldn't be at all
Yeah,
surprised because that's been my fancy all year. And if I didn't back it and it came in, I'd be sick. So
yeah,
even though I'm going to put long press in our bet, I think if we were going to bet on which one's Reg going to bet on, Brave Man's Game would be the odds-on favourite, I would imagine.
yeah.
Come the day,
Okay.
come race time, because I'd just be too sick. For the sake of a tenner, I don't want to miss a winner that I've
Yeah,
fancied all year round. I'm like, whatever it runs out of Cheltenham, it will win. And then on the day, I listen to people who know more than me and decide to come off it, and then it wins anyway. I'd be fucking furious. So,
yeah,
yeah, but
yeah,
long press is out is my selection for our bet, though.
yeah. Okay,
Right,
nice one, mate.
we want to the next one.
Yeah.
This is
So
I haven't got
this
a
one.
fucking clue on this one. Not the
No,
first
I was
fucking
hoping
idea.
I was hoping you would, mate. Yeah.
No,
I don't.
absolutely no, no.
I don't
Go on,
really
mate.
know. I don't really know any of the horses. I mean, this is a sticker pin in it, and fucking. It's obviously this is one way you just pick one you think you like the look of and have a fiver each way or whatever on it.
Yeah, of
I've
course, yeah.
changed my mind repeatedly on this race. First of all, like last night, I put fiver each way on Ganapathy, the Mullin sauce with Cooper on board. I changed my mind.
Did you
I,
change your
like I
mind
say,
to cash? Did you change your mind to cash out, or did you change your mind and leave it on?
no, I cashed out, which that'll probably win now.
I so fucking hope that wins now.
I can't, I give it certainly no area of expertise on any horse in this race. I've gone with, and purely because, James LMFAO,
Yep.
his friend does a Cheltenham review every year and with horses on, and he seems to do quite well. And he's actually tipped. He's the favourite, but Campron the 30-2 favourite. So I've gone for that each way, and that's purely because of James's mate, and that's also my pick.
Yeah.
For the side bet.
Well, I'd like to see Campron run well because, as you know, I fucking adore Time Hill, and Philip Hobbs.
Yeah.
He doesn't tend to get as. I mean, to me, he's a big name trainer still, but he just doesn't seem to get winners that much these days. But I'd like to see him have horses that at least run well this week because in what's a incredibly fucking confusing race. I'm hoping Time Hill can fucking win tomorrow, but that is for tomorrow. For this race, I haven't got a fucking clue, mate.
No.
My original shortlist had Unexpected Party and Grand Ra on it, and then I watched a preview last night, and Drop the Anchor was well talked up. I mean, I wouldn't back it on them form figures, but it was well talked up. And again, these people know more than me. And this one was tipped by the bloke who does price wise in the Racing Post. Again, I
Right.
wouldn't back it on those form figures, but he seemed to think, he seems to think the trainer can be a genius. I mean, I've barely fucking heard of him, so
No, I haven't.
if
Martin
he was a fucking,
Brasson.
if he was a genius, you'd imagine two
Yeah.
committed horse racing fans. I mean, I've heard the name, but if you could show me a picture of three
Yeah.
people, and I wouldn't know which one he was.
No.
So
But
fuck knows.
with regard to form figures, you see it time and time again. A horse that's done fuck all in its past few races, and it's heavily tipped and it does hose home. So it's people in the know seem to know, don't they?
I've got some thoughts on that when we get to the to the cross country race actually, because
Right.
I think there's been a few horses in that have just been not off in all their races this season that could turn up and just fucking win. I mean, Tiger Road's a classic example of that. It's just not off every time it runs, except at Cheltenham. They just run it all year in races you can't win.
Thoughts on that.
Yeah,
I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this. Yeah.
it'll be interesting when we get to it. 'Cause I've got when we get to it, we'll get to it. So this, I don't know. I mean, I like this horse, Graham. I like Davy Russell in the handicaps at Cheltenham because I think he's a good judge. He normally has the choice of probably, Gordon Elliott's fucking all his horses. And David Russell, I think, is one of the best jockeys out there. I think he's a really good judge. I love listening to him on preview shows and stuff. And if he's picked Grandnoir, then that'll fucking do for me. So my selection in this race is going to be Grandnoir, but I'll probably end up just sticking 4 or 5 bets on in this race and just hope coming to the last the commentators talking about one of them because I haven't got a fucking clue. So rather than have like one big bet, I'll probably just have a load of small fucking, £2.50 each. I'd probably have like 4 £2.50 each ways in the race.
Yeah.
And just hope, jump in the last, I've got something to fucking cheer for, which is very amateur and muggish, but I don't care. I want to enjoy myself, not just pick one horse. Then, you pick one horse, it falls at the fucking third, and then, but this race can fuck off then. I don't like that. I want to be cheering someone at the end.
I mean, I'm going to go back and put another. I'm going to put that 5 each way back on Ganapathy because if I don't, I kick myself.
I mean, I'd rather you didn't now because then I want Ganapathy to win. It'd just be a fun troll on you for a little bit. But I agree. You've got to do it. You can't change your mind. That's probably why I'll end up back in Brave Man's Game because you just can't change your mind. Because if you do and you go in, you're sick. So onto this one. Your beloved Shishkin is running.
Yes.
Horses I can't have are Shack and Persois. I cannot fucking have it. I mean, it couldn't win last year when it was basically a grade 3 dressed up as a grade 1. Put the Catalans ran shit all year. The other two, Matt Pellet looks too old. Benicia Williams' horse isn't good enough. And put the Catalan, won it last year, but it was a pretty bad race. There was, if I remember correctly, did the first 5 not have like 2 lengths or something between them all?
Yeah, it was a terrible champ. The worst champion chase for years last year.
Yeah, it was really bad, wasn't it? If we look at the finishing distances, half a length, half a length. Between the first 7, there was no more than 5 lengths. It's like a fucking ground race. So fuck that. I can't have put the kettle on either. I mean, it's obviously between Shishkin and Emergemine, but I think Envoy Allen's fucking interesting each way because I mean, coming at last year's festival. Envoy Allen and Shishkin were like rated the same. People couldn't split them. They were the 2 talking horses coming to the festival. Then Envoy Allen fell in the 3-mile race, didn't it? I think Chantry House won. And then it's been a bit inconsistent since. But I think it's not that you can write it off yet. It's looking a bit like Sam Crow in terms of it was a bit of a talking horse that might end up being a little bit shit. But I'm not ready to write it off yet because I still think there might be something there. I don't think it's going to win this race. But again, in terms of like having a bet, I think each way Envoy Allen to run into a place might not be the fucking worst bet. A lot of people have been talking up this Nube Negra based on when it's basically slaughtered Altior last year. But it couldn't win this race last year. So I don't see how the fuck it can win it this year when it's a significantly fucking harder race. I think in Urgemine, I think with this being a slightly shorter trip, maybe it can just stay in front of Shishkin. I think they're going to go absolutely fast as fucking this race and hope Shishkin makes mistakes with jumping. Because that's the one. If you're going to get Shishkin beat, it doesn't get beat. It beats itself by making a mistake. It's not a brilliant jumper. It's a fucking incredible horse with a fantastic engine. But it made two mistakes at Ascot. But it made two mistakes and still beat an Urjabin. Um,
Yeah,
and Henderson's also running well. So I think like you'd be stupid to do anything but put Shishkin in our bet. I'm pretty sure that's what
mm.
you're going to do. It's what I'm going to do as well. But I won't be betting on Shishkin. It's one of them races I could just watch and enjoy. I wouldn't need to have a bet. But I've got that many free bets. I've got to fucking use them, and I might end up just fucking. If an Urjabin went up to 7-2, I'd back it each way because I think that you've got almost a bet for nothing then. Um, it might win, probably won't, but it might. But it certainly won't be out of the first three. But I don't think bookies will let it go all the way up to 7-2. I don't think. Maybe they will.
No.
But if it went up to 7-2, 4-1, so you're getting like 4 or 5 a place, I would definitely back it each way because you're losing very little, and it might win. But if it doesn't, then I'll probably just have an each way bet and MY Allen. But yeah, I think Shishkin probably wins unless it falls over.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, I love Shishkin anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not picking anyone else. I've stuck Shishkin in. That's my treble today. Shishkin, Brave Man's Game, and Sir Gerhard. That's my mug bet. My treble. I think it wins. I agree. I think Nerjamin tries to do what it tried to do at Ascot. It didn't work at Ascot. I don't think it'll work today. I mean, there's a nice long run in up the hill. I think that's where Shishkin pulls away. I agree with Chacun Pour Soi. It clearly doesn't like Cheltenham. It's not. I don't think it's going to get up the hill. It may be in contention coming up to the last, but it'll just get. It won't. Get up the hill. I think Envoy Allen is the value. I agree. I wish I got it. It was 25-1 at one point. That would have been a superb each way bet. It still is at 14-1. So for me, Shishkin will win in my opinion, and Erjamin will probably come second. Envoy Allen will come
Yeah, I
third.
agree. I think like the one doubt I've got about Shishkin is if they're going really, really fast.
Yeah,
I think one of the downhill fences might catch it out. I think if it doesn't fall over, it wins. But
yeah, yeah. That's yeah,
I think they're going to
yeah,
ride to make it. I don't. Well, this sounds awful because I don't think any trainer would do this. But I think they're going to like run the race to try and put pressure on its jumping. So they are going to try and make mistakes, aren't they? Which
yeah,
ultimately
for
might lead
sure.
to it
Yeah,
falling. That's the only way they get it beat is by putting
yeah,
huge pressure on its jumping. Which I think it's not. But it can put in some spectacular jumps. But like I
mm,
said, round Ascot, it made two badish mistakes, but it found a leg both times. So maybe it's just a
yeah,
really clever horse as well. So I'm just looking
yeah,
forward to the race. It certainly won't be
yeah.
a race
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
betting big on. I just hope jumping the last that inertia means a length and a half clear, and we just get a real battle up the hill.
yeah. That would be
It's
amazing.
just
Yeah,
good.
this for me is a race. It's definitely the race of the day, potentially the race of the festival.
Yeah, I
Uh,
agree.
just this duel is going to be amazing.
What
Yeah,
I don't want
I
to see from like an entertainment point of view is Shishkin jumping the last in front. I know you will for your bet because if it jumps the last in front, it just wins.
yeah.
But I want to see an Urjamine, a length and a half up, jumping the last. Then
And then Shishkin.
let's have a ding dong up the hill and
Yeah,
see which one wins. That'd be my ideal thing. That'd
I
get
think
the hairs
Shishkin
on my
would
arms
do him.
going. Yeah, oh, yeah,
Oh
it
yeah,
would. If
yeah.
Shishkin's within one
He
and a
would do
half
him up the
lengths
hill. Yeah,
after the last, Shishkin undoubtedly outstays him up the hill. But
yeah,
that's how I want to see it. I want to see them both in with a good shout coming towards the end. And if I backed M. Wyland, I wouldn't mind seeing him jumping the last in front either. To be honest
yeah,
with you.
yeah,
But yeah, that's that race done. Move on to the one. It's your turn to go first on this one, isn't it? So there you
yeah,
go.
yeah. I mean, I'm staggered at how short Tiger Roll is. I really am. But time and time again, it turns up. I mean, obviously there was that one year it got beat by Easy's Land. Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah.
But as for last year, it was a similar story. It had done fuck all and then just came in and actually absolutely hosed home. And the fact it's so short again, maybe that is what is expected um, today. But I can't. I love Tiger Roll. I think everybody does. Yeah, even people who don't particularly like horse racing love Tiger Roll, but because of the Grand National and what it does at Cheltenham. But I can't. 7-4 for me. I was gobsmacked when I saw how short it was. To be honest, I actually my money is on, and this is my pick for the side bet. I mean, I know Delta Works quite fancy. This is its first cross country race. Not for me. Not for me. Easy's Land. Its form isn't it particularly inspiring. It's pulled up in its last two races, but again, it's won this race before. But for me, my money is on Prengard. Just an each way bet on Prengard, 15-2. Again, I don't know much about the horse. I think it's raced mainly over in. Let me have a look. Is it? I
Yeah,
think
it's been a cross country specialist in France, hasn't it?
Yeah, in France. Yeah, yeah. So that's my pick. Prengard. I don't know much about many of the other horses, to be honest. I'm just well. Oh, Potter's Corner, but no, not. Probably backing that at 40-1. I think it's. I think the horses that are going to be there or thereabouts are going to be horses in the market. I'm just gobsmacked. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on Tiger Roll, to
Yeah,
be honest. But
it's not a competitive race, is it? That's why Tiger Roll's so fucking short. There's not
yeah,
many horses that can win. Well, it's one of those races that someone might just fucking win it at 50-1 that you'd never even considered. But usually what they just plod around, and then it's like the last 3 or 4 furlongs is just sprint race, isn't it? But
yeah,
other than that, they're just hacking around the inside of the course, aren't they? I mean, I love the race personally. I think it's fascinating to watch, but they're not going fast. It's not competitive until, I mean, if you're there with 3 furlongs to go, then you've got a chance to win. But normally for me, it's just a lot of slow horses who aren't really good enough to win over regulation fucking obstacles that tend to turn up in this race. And that's why I think Tiger Road's so short, because he's just got, it's got excellent course and distance form, and on top of
mm,
that, it doesn't need to be a massive price because people will back it anyway,
mm,
just because it's Tiger Roll. So that's why I think Tiger Roll's the price it is. I agree with you, Prengard. It's got a very similar profile to Easy's Land when they won it 2 years ago. Easy's Land was 6, been winning all the races in France, etc. I don't think it's thought to be as good as Easy's Land was, but it's got a similar profile. And I'm ignoring that 0 last time. It fucking finished way out the back in some. Never always towards rear, became detached, tailed off, not off in my
yeah,
opinion. I mean, it's Edna Bolger. He just trains horses for specific races. That'll just be a piece of work at a race course, won't it? Right? Give it a go
yeah,
for a mile
yeah,
or so. Give it a day out, and then let's just keep our powder dry. I think that's
yeah,
probably what's been going on with this one too. He's running 2
mm,
handicap hurdles, pulled up both
yeah,
times, never been put in the fucking race.
yeah.
So I'm ignoring them 2 P's.
Well,
Um,
they do the same with Tiger Roll, don't they? They just give it a
yeah,
run
yeah,
out
they
just to
do.
fucking blow away the cobwebs, and then yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
So
horses that are not off in their previous runs that go into this race. That
yeah,
they've been fucking around with them all season, just keeping them ticking over with this as the target. And Delta Works a funny one for me because it's a
yeah,
class horse in the race by a fucking mile. It's only 9, and they're running it in this. When it could, conceivably, Delta Works should be running in a Gold Cup. Not saying it will win it, but it should be running in a Gold Cup because it's
yeah. I'm
it's a
curious
nine
to
year
see.
old.
Curious to see definitely how it does because it's its first cross country, isn't it? That's maybe
Yeah.
the stumbling block. Will it
Well, you would
take to
imagine
it?
they've done something with it, trying it on that kind of thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
you'd
watching a
hope so.
preview last night, and they reckon it's been arsing around a bit at Punchestown. I think Punchestown is a cross country good
Yeah,
cross country
yeah,
course. But then they were also saying, why would they put something in it? Why would the same owners put one in that might beat Tiger Roll when obviously they're going to want Tiger Roll to win. So I don't know. We Delta work.
no,
It being I'd like to see Tiger Roll win, but I'm the same as you at that price. I'm not backing it, and my bet will be Easy's Land each way.
right.
And if
And is
if
that
you'd
your
have put
pick for the
Tiger,
side bet as well?
yes, it is. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Tiger Roll will be the sensible one to put in the side bet because it's the one most likely to run to its best. But it's fucking 12 now, and he ain't getting better at 12, are they? So I'm going to go
no,
with
no.
Easy's Land and just hope that it's been put away this season and just that that there's still it's still 8 years old. When it won 2 years ago, there was talk of it being a Gold Cup horse.
Mm.
Um, so I mean, the horse has got a lot of ability. It's not been very inspiring its last 4 runs, but I don't give up on him too easy, me. And I think Aegis Land could. If you wouldn't be surprised to see it win, would you?
No,
So
no.
that's what I'm going for. I'll be going for Aegis Land each way, but again, I won't be betting big in this race because it's just it's a novelty race, isn't it?
Yeah, it
It's not
is.
one
It
for
is.
punting in my book. So we move on to the next one. This is me to go first. It's another one where I haven't got a fucking clue.
Yeah.
Like the coral. No, I absolutely. That shortlist could have been 5 different horses. It
Yeah.
really, really could have been. And I'm just going to go with my tried and tested formula. I'm not going to talk about this race very much because I'd just be talking
No,
bollocks. I'm just going
me
to go with
neither.
David Russell
Yeah.
in the handicaps at Cheltenham. And again, based on the fact that he probably has a choice of 4 or 5 horses in the race. And I'm just going to trust his judgment and I'm going to go with Buddy Rich. But I don't, yeah, that's just based on the one thing that I go on, which is what's David Russell on in the handicaps. That'll fucking do for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've got any
I,
really interesting thoughts on this race because I haven't. I looked at it for
no.
ages and I was like, again, it's another just fucking stick opinion and
Yeah. I
you
mean,
ought to be lucky.
I've shortlisted two horses. I know very little about either of them. The one I'm backing each way, and the one I'm sticking in my side bet is Before Midnight. I don't know why. I'm about to say I know. I just saw quite a few ones. That was the only reason why. And the other one on my shortlist is Sky Pirate, and that's purely because it won this race 2 years. So Before Midnight is my pick for the side bet, and Sky Pirate is shortlisted.
I like
well.
Sky Pirate, and I know top weights win, but I never like backing top weights in handicaps. I always think there's going to be somewhat lower down the weight, some young horse that's just going to be well handicapped or what have you.
Yeah.
I think if the top weight wins a handicap, it usually means to me that the ones below it in the weights, they're not particularly progressive types. That's my take on it. But yeah, we'll skip over this race because neither of us have got a fucking clue, really, have we?
No.
We haven't got the fucking first idea, so let's not pretend otherwise.
No.
The last, I think this is a race I don't normally look forward to, but this year I think you can see the ones I've highlighted.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. And when thinking of Mullins wins this race almost every year. But he doesn't always win it with the shortest priced horse. So I think it's interesting. And there's not that much to go on, is there? But it's your turn to go first. So we'll see what you think first.
There's only one winner for me. I think it's everywhere I've looked, it's been tipped for Silvega. I think it wins, and I think it wins fairly comfortably. That's another horse I've put in a treble. Like I say, Mullins has got a fantastic record in this. It's gonna be won by an Irish horse. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, that goes without fucking saying. That is unquestionably. I mean, we thought that in the Mares Hurdle yesterday, but this is even more true. The Irish just win this. There's no two ways about that.
I mean, I'll be honest. I haven't seen any of these horses run, but I'm just purely everywhere I've looked and read up on the race. Almost every tipster has gone with Vasil Vega, and that's my pick for the side bet. That's what my money's on.
Well, I'm going to take you on with American Mike because Jamie Codd. I love watching the previews. Jamie Codd. I don't know if you watch the previews or not, but he's one of the most respected fucking opinions out there in them. He's just very good. He doesn't he offers opinions, but he rarely offers a strong opinion. But when he offers a strong opinion, it's really fucking far away. And a couple of weeks ago, I think probably before Facile Vega's last win, he would not hear of defeat for American Mike. He just would not hear of it. It's a fucking monster. This, that, and the other. Now Facile Vega's come out and you couldn't be more. I don't know if you've watched I watch them all on YouTube, and you couldn't be more impressed with Facile Vega. It was incredibly impressive. But again, we don't know what they're beating because they're winning that easily. You've no idea. It's people more in the know than you and I might be able to weigh the form up, but you and I can't. We're just seeing lots of ones. We're seeing good trainers and good jockeys, etc. But I'm just gonna. I'm pinning me hopes on Codd being right about this. But then again, Jamie Codd was very, very sweet on Run Wild Fred, and that got well and truly spanked yesterday, which was very disappointing, given it was my biggest bet of the fucking day. But he can't get everything right. But he was. I mean, before Facile Vega come along, American Mike was down to like 7th or 4th for this race before Christmas. So clearly, a lot of people think a lot of American Mike too. So it says a lot for how impressive Facile Vega's been that it's displaced him as favourite. But the fact is, price is still holding up at 2-1. It's a match, I think, isn't it? It looks like a match anyway.
I think the other mulling source, the one I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce, the one Blackmore's on.
Yeah.
I think that's a very good each way bet. I mean, look, there's clearly been a lot of money on it. 33s, 12s.
Yeah.
It's actually 10-1 on Paddy Power this morning. So I think that's a good each way bet.
Yeah, I think
But
if you're going to
yeah,
do that, I think you want to find a bookie that's paying like more than three places. Because I think a lot of them only pay three places in these sort of races. I mean,
Paddy Power are
that's
paying
tough one.
4.
Yeah, Sky
Yeah,
sometimes do extra place races, so
yeah,
I'd be looking out for that because the first two places you would imagine are locked up. So you're gonna want to
yeah,
you're gonna want to find the bookie that's paying the most places, aren't you? And then I agree.
yeah,
I think if you find one that's paying five places, then
yeah,
it's a free bet. But you're probably only playing for your place money.
yeah,
Maybe if you got a Betfair account, you just back it just to place. But then if it somehow won, you'd be fucking furious that you missed out on the win part. But yeah, I'm going for American Mike just because it was until like about what was it about a month ago, it was favourite for this race.
yeah,
And the fact it hasn't drifted, it's just been replaced. It's drifted slightly because Vasil Vega's just gone in at a shorter price. But I don't think it's
yeah,
drifted due to lack of money for it or a loss of faith in it. I think it's just this thing's come in. It's but how many times we've seen it, plenty of times. Like a lot of these, like they talk them up and they do okay, but they end up not being world beaters. Like I say, Sam Crow and
yeah,
Wildland. There's been a few
yeah,
that that have been talked up to fuck that have
mm,
never quite made it. And then there's been some others that haven't been talked up that just go on and fucking they smash it. I mean, Absolute Tard, that was never been a talking horse, but it's a fucking beast now, isn't it?
yeah, yeah,
Galvin would be another one. So it's hard to say, but I'm going to go with American Mike. So that's us taking each other a gun in that race. And I'm glad we're not
yeah,
really on too many of the same because it'd be quite boring if we pick four of the same every day. Then there's,
yeah, yeah,
it's going to be quite boring, isn't it? I mean, if we fancy
yeah,
the same horse, we fancy the same horse. But I'm glad we've got a few different fucking
yeah,
matchups. And if I am Maximus comes in, I don't give a fuck if I lose the bet. I'll just be chuffed to bits that I've just like taken an odds-on shot in a tipping contest and got it beat. That'll be my crowning
yeah,
glory. And if you win the bet, I still brag. I won't care. But that's it. That's all the race is
yeah.
done, buddy. Are you going to come back and do this again tomorrow?
Yeah, if you'll have me, mate.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course, absolutely. But the thing is, mate, no one's going to watch this. Me and you are going to
yeah,
enjoy doing it, and about 40
yeah.
people are going to watch. I don't care though. I just enjoy having a chat about the fucking racing. And
Oh yeah,
if people don't
definitely.
like it,
definitely.
I couldn't give less of a
Yeah.
fuck, to be honest.
My horse knowledge is pretty poor. I follow the big races. That's about it. There's going to be no expert tipping from me. That is same
No,
as you.
you love
I
your
enjoy
Cheltenham,
talking about it.
but it doesn't seem to me like you've watched the preview. I fucking love the previews. The problem is, when you get to like the last week before it, you've heard it all a million times, and
Yeah.
they run out of things to fucking say because there's just too many of them. But I mean, I was watching Coral's preview at 3 a.m. last night. Just to try to fall asleep, and it's like
Yeah.
four people, three of which I'd never fucking seen in my life before, and they might be
Mm.
complete shithouses. I haven't got a clue, but I just love watching, listening to opinions, and then still backing losers.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
a,
I don't have time. You see, my missus already knows that I'm watching horse racing all day. If I then went on to previews for the rest of the day, I'd be getting it in the ear.
yeah. Get another missus.
Yeah.
Right, mate. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then. It's been tremendous chatting with you. I really enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So.
So there you go. You've got mine and Ryan's selections. As you could hear by the end of our conversation, neither of us are particularly good at tipping horses. So if you do choose to go with your own, I wouldn't blame you at all. But again, let us know what you fancy before the race. I don't want interesting after timing. If you come and tell me you've backed a horse that's won after the race, I'm just going to delete your comment because I couldn't give a fuck. I'm not interested in that shit. So yeah, enjoy the day again, and Ryan and I will be back tomorrow doing the same again. Bye for now.